Right, so I thought I'd make a quick video here because I'm starting to enjoy Dawn of War 3 a little bit more. I've been focusing playing Space Marines because they've always been my favourite, but I thought I'd focus one before I tried to diversify into others. So this is just a match that we've played. It's 3v3. These are my guys here, these little silver and red ones. So I just wanted to show something that I did here. I've done it a couple of times and I haven't actually seen anyone else doing it. Now that doesn't mean they don't do it, because I'm absolutely shocking at this game, as you'll see in a minute. But you know, I don't see these very often, and I'm really beginning to like these land speeders. I think they're brilliant for harassing and denying the enemy resources once you've upgraded them a little bit. So I chose my elites a little bit differently this time. I didn't want to go for the big all-out bang at the end. I wanted some consistent damage as I was going through. I focused mainly on, you know, of course we're going to focus on these guys because at the moment power swords are a bit broken, but I like their mobility as well. So
point me with purpose,
I've
my
got
lord.
2 jumps for, well, 3 jumps essentially, which means I can get them in and out. But you'll see what I use it for later in a minute. So I'm just going to give this a little play, and we'll see just how badly that I mess up in a minute. So we're fighting against some other guys, and if you have a look here, this game is almost over, in my opinion. Look at all these bad guys here. Look at them all. So we get old Diomedes in because he's a beast. So I thought, I'll go and help the team out before we get absolutely slaughtered. So this guy's just been last chanced. These 2 tanks and our team's done quite a good job. Little land speeder. So yeah, we got another one up. He's causing all kinds of problems. Don't know where I'm going. No idea. But I think they've probably got this alright, so I think probably going to go around the back. So I'm going to get another land speeder on the go as well, because really you need a couple of them. 2 or more, 2 or 3, and a couple of these doctrines.
Orbital drop underway.
So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit so that we can see what I'm doing. I thought, as they're all in the blinking middle, if you have a look on the mini-map here, I mean, it's just all red down the middle.
Heavy order ordnance is leveled at this battle zone.
Absolutely all of it's down the middle. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm moving these guys. So these are also my guys here. So essentially I've come up here and started attacking their shield generator, which I got, killed it with a couple of drop pods down here, and so they got pissed off and came and chased me. So now I'm trying to evacuate these guys, but there's a lot of lag for some reason on this. That's why these are just standing in the middle of a giant thunderstorm. So yeah, there goes my Deathwatch guys. And there goes them. So, no idea what was going on. Absolutely lagged to hell. So, let's have a look at this now. So, here's my main bunch of guys. I'm thinking we are going to be in a bit of trouble. Because not got a lot of resources left. Obviously we've got our elites out, but we will lose that. I mean, just look at it here. Look at all these guys have turned Fog of War off here. I mean, loads of them. So, it felt a lot worse when we were playing as well. It just felt like they were constantly pushing. We've lost all of our points, if you have a look here. So we're not getting much resource anymore. The only thing that saved it is this is now phase 4. So you'll have a look at what I actually do here. There we go. So there's another one. She's going to be in real trouble. So I think I'm building some other bits and bobs and trying to sort out my groups. And there he is. See my other guy. That's what I like about him. You see that? He just flies straight across there. They go anywhere on the map, these land speeders do. They're like the Eldar tanks. But these are the only ones that do it for spectators.
We have vanquished an enemy elite.
And these will both be uploaded with multi-melters. So, essentially I'm doing something stupid here. I knew these guys were all here, but I've run all of my guys up here.
The enemy has engaged our
So,
forces.
now it's too late. I'm like, oh well, here we go, better get some of that on. I thought it was just these guys. I thought, yeah, we can probably have a go at that. We'll pop old Diomedes off. And let's have a go at them. So, for one, I haven't jumped the Marines in, so there's no stun. Utterly stupid. These guys are just flying around in big circles. They're not great against these. Now he's going to have a go at my Terminators. I really like these Terminators.
We have engaged.
These Terminators do absolutely loads of damage.
New orders.
They've got these rocket launchers, and I fit him. So I put that Terminator's presence on there. So if I can find it on him. No, not that one. Well, anyway, there you go. So Terminator's presence. It means that the heavy bolters don't need to set up, so you can harass a lot of people with them. If you've got 3 or 4 heavy bolters, I just didn't have the resource for it, so let's carry on here.
Secured resources for our alliance.
So, there we go, we've got
Dreadnought
them.
on standby for orbital drop.
So now I'm trying to build up some drop pods. I'm waiting until this guy gets back, and I'm not going to pop him until absolutely necessary. Right, so I've run my 2 land speeders directly into the mega beam, so I'll try and move them now. And then the red door. If in doubt, drop a red door. I heard someone say once, and it's very true. So, I'm going to get everyone in here, try and take down this turret. Ah, now we're in trouble here. See this? That's not good. Oh dear. Okay, so got a giant tank. Don't know where I'm going. Haven't killed it yet. So I'm going to bring my land speed around here, give it a pop, and there we go. We got it. So now we've got to try and retreat because there's no way I can take on. It's just. And there's my land speeder gone. There's my dreadnought gone. And this is where I started getting some lag now. And look what he's doing here. Look at these. Just following me around. Don't know why he's doing that. Didn't want him to. I just wanted to run away, but we had a bit of lag, so they're going down here, running around, doing all sorts of stuff that I didn't want them to do. So I thought he was toast then because I was lagging so much, but then I thought, oh well, I'll go and give him a hand. I've got a servitor here. Look at that. To be fair, if it had stopped being so laggy so quick, so much, then I probably would have gone to help a bit sooner. Look, servitors for the win. And now I'm lagging again, so my guys don't move. And he's dropped one of these gun turrets on me. So if we have a look down here, dead, Terminators just about alive, but they won't be for very long. So I thought I was going down then, I thought this was going to be game over because she could have followed up, so I thought let's get the lasers in there, and it's lagged again. So if you have a look at what's going on with the laser, there you go, look. Didn't even know what was going on there. All my guys are dead. All my elites are dead except for Mr. Fire Team, but there we go. So, right. So if we speed it up a little bit.
Dreadnought on standby for orbital drop.
So what I'm going to do now is obviously,
Assault
just
Marines readying for drop.
going to fight to the end here.
Preparing assault
So
Marines for deployment.
this is our teammate, my teammates here, so they're not too bad. We've got a couple of big hitters there.
Tactical squad en route.
So, now we've got to try and build up our forces a little bit.
Deployed.
I'm going to go for the same sort of theory again. It worked alright, but I can't afford to do all assaults and everything, so
Assault Marine squad deployed.
I thought I would go with some attack marines. They're not too bad if you put flamers on them. They're not the best, obviously, we know this, but put some flamers on them. They are quite a good distraction, and that's kind of what I use them for. But in this situation, I just needed to build up some numbers. So let's build up some some
Assault
forces here.
Marines report, ready to drop.
So I'm also putting in here, filling these up,
Heavy
so
Eldar ordnance is leveled at this battle zone.
there we go. So we can hear that the Eldar ordnance is coming in. I don't want to spend too long here, if I'm honest with you.
We have captured Tactical Marine Squad deploy. A new drop pod base
So I'm just
online.
waiting for all these to come out, and then I'm going to set them up with flamers. If you see how low my, I've got no power whatsoever.
Assault Marines ready
They did a
for
really
drop.
good job of going round and killing all our
Eldar
points.
heavy ability in
Just
progress.
one generator or something.
Give me your orders.
So I've got these guys here.
Scout Marine
Right.
Squad deployed.
So now I've deployed scouts. This guy's kind of. I was trying to do something else with him. It was just basically, if I click at the end of the map, maybe I can get him down there. I couldn't, but I had nothing else to do. These were my guys. These were what I was going with, because I knew that. You see, they're constantly threatening points. See, look at this here. So they're both caught in there. They've got a load of tanks, a load of vehicles, a load of heavy hitters. We've got Angelos here. Look at all of this here coming forward. So these guys are going to get roasted. But while they're all fighting there, I thought, well, okay, we'll go around the edge then. And maybe they won't see me.
Our alliance has lost a point. We've scouted a small enemy force.
So that's me scouts in the middle up here.
Weak enemy force. Wouldst thou cast the holy standard?
So everything is coming off
Scouted the
cooldown
beginnings of
just
a
at the
new
right sort
enemy
of time.
structure.
And this guy is very important.
The enemy has started to build a
I
structure.
mean, most people will know this, but I didn't know this when I first started playing.
We've scouted the beginnings of a new enemy
This is what I
structure.
mainly use him for now. He's low cost, he helps in the very early fights. Right, so, as we come up here,
Our infantry is felled.
so, I didn't want to attack this, because as soon as I attack that, it's going to let them know that I'm here and attacking it. And there's a lot of guys here. You know, this is their base. Obviously, I couldn't see any of this because all fog of war's on. But, you know, you get the bloody idea. I didn't want them to see any of that. Didn't want them to know that I was coming up here. I was going to go for the surprise attack, but once again, because I'm absolutely useless at the game, that's not what happens. This guy gets a bit excited. I have to drag him off. So, then as we come up here, there's a turret. And there's another shield generator thing. So I decided to take out this shield generator. Going to carry on that. Here come these guys. So if you notice me old TAC Marines at the back there. Right, so there's one of the knights gone down. Right, here's these guys being bloody stupid. Right. So we're just going to chop the heck out of this. So now they know these guys just an absolute nightmare. They take these people out in no time whatsoever. So I've gone, right, sod it. These Wraith Knights are just very, very powerful. They take out my land speeders in one volley and they'll take out half my bloody squad if I let them. So I didn't even bother killing that one because I'd already killed this one. So that one was already killed and I'd already taken out this turret. So I'm thinking that these guys are actually pushing quite hard now, which they are. I mean, look at her, nothing there. A couple of little tanks against all of that. So I thought, right, that's it. We're gonna just leave that and go for it. So if you have a look at these guys, so
and see glory done.
this is Salt Leap, so essentially I've got it unlocked, but it's what the Venerable Dreadnought gives you, and it leaps you forward. And if we have a look here, so if I just slow that down by one for a second there.
We are in harm's
Right.
way here.
So Mr. Turret's having a go, but it's okay. Right, so now he's shooting through all my guys, and there, jumped right through it all. That's all I needed. The rest of them I'll get out there again in a minute. So these guys are going forward, and now we've got a lot of defences aiming at us. But now what I've got is vision. So I've got vision here for this guy who can deploy anywhere. So he deploys anywhere, and then your other elites can deploy on him. You don't have to be on a point or anything. that is what is absolutely brilliant about this guy. I think that's brilliant. Like I said, I'm using Terminators as my top elite, but normally I'll use the, that Paladin thing, and drop him right on top of it. But so if you have a look here, I'm just going to drop him straight in there. Look at this. I'm going to juice him straight away. There's his shield gun. Right. So now I've got Diomedes up as well, and that's good. So I'm getting these guys straight in there because we've got the power swords. Right, these guys are lagging behind a little bit. Don't even know what was going on. These guys have started attacking the wrong target. So now I'm getting my... Here we go, Wraith Lord coming in. Getting my orbital bombardment. Essentially right now it's just hit it with everything you got.
I have their scent.
And see if it works. So, here we go. This guy's back here. What the... See, their distraction. These guys are nothing, but this guy's wasting all his energy on them. While I'm just mushing this.
Orbital drop underway.
Right, so now their Terminators are up as well now. 2 drop pods. Get the Terminators in there. Here we go. Terminators and the Standards up as well. So, look now, Dreadnought's distracting him. And there we go. And that was it. Juiced them while they were making a push. So